Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 13 of my team career mode. Today we're back for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, a track that I really like to drive, but I'm terrible at driving, so I don't know how this is going to go. But let's get on to qualifying. For this race weekend, we bring in a lot of car upgrades, so we're now actually officially quicker than Williams. Our first lap of the session was actually really good. You can see there putting me P1 ahead of Max Verstappen and also our teammate Alex Albon, before Russell comes in and ruins it. Going into our second lap, I managed to gain 8 tenths, which kept us in the top 5. And that lap puts us P4, which brings us through to Q2. But sadly that means Alex Albon goes out because he qualified P17. Also, even at a different team, Oscar Piastri still manages to qualify 22nd. First lap of Q2, again really good, putting us P2 ahead of Hamilton, Leclerc and Verstappen. And that lap was quick enough to put us through to Q3 in 9th place. In Q3 wasn't so great as I did one lap and got floor damage, which then took 8 minutes to fix, which then meant I only had time to do one lap in qualifying and it went horrifically wrong, and yeah. P10 is all we could manage and I was 2 seconds off the pace of Lewis Hamilton. But overall a really good qualifying session, as normally we only manage P15, so very good to get into the top 10. So here's the start of the race then. I decided to send it up the inside of Lewis Hamilton, and I think that's Yuki Tsunoda, trying to keep out of danger but managed to hit Lewis's back tyre anyway. It didn't really look like there was that much carnage on turn 1, but apparently George Russell lost his wings somewhere in that first lap. So here we are on lap 3 when the race started to settle down a bit. I was sat in the points P9 just in front of Mick Schumacher in the Williams and behind Lewis Hamilton. Here is Esteban Ocon's view of me getting overtaken on the straight by Mick Schumacher, and then me defending for my life against Esteban because I just didn't want to lose points. But I managed to keep with Mick Schumacher and I managed to overtake him round the outside at turn 1 on lap 4. Also, here's just some chaos that happened at turn 1 as well, with an AlphaTauri, an Alpine and a Mercedes and a Red Bull. At the end of lap 4 it was time to come into the pits and I nearly killed Fernando Alonso. Anyway, here's the pit stop. I managed to get a nice 2.3 second pit stop, which kept us ahead of Alonso. On lap 6, I think it was Esteban Ocon had a lock-up, which then let George Russell through. On lap 7, after everyone else pit stopped, I managed to get up to P8. And here's our teammate Alex Albon, who's having a great race in P22. Also on lap 9, Lewis Hamilton decides to put onto hard tyres. I don't know what was going on there, but he wanted to do it, so he did it. Now that Lewis Hamilton was on hards, I was a lot quicker than him, so this then began a massive chase of trying to overtake Lewis Hamilton. I was actually going that much quicker than him that I nearly took the guy out, and that wouldn't have been ideal. Well, it would have got me the position, but it also would have got me a penalty. On lap 11 I was just trying to get into a slipstream to just get as close as possible to him. And then I got bored, so I just did this. Also during all this, Jehan Daruvala's Williams decided to blow up. And then I had the task of defending a 7-time world champion for a whole lap. And oh my god, was I defending for my life on this final straight. But I did it and I managed to get P6. So yeah, that's the end of the race and that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed. I managed to get P6 while Alex Albon managed to get P21. Thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy, feel free to subscribe, it would help me out a lot.